Hi, I'm Vanessa Rodriguez, and today we will be discussing which termite causes the greatest infestation and losses, and I will be discussing the reticulate termites flabites, also known as the eastern subterranean termite.
Hi, my name is Cassidy Stevenson, and I will be talking about the Coptotamus fornocenes, otherwise known as the Formicin termite.
The subterranean termites are divided into three different castes: kings and queens, soldiers, and workers. The kings and queens live in the central chamber and are taken care of by the workers. The queens are considered their egg-laying machine, which can lay up to 2,000 eggs daily and can live up to 25 years. The soldiers are the defenders of the colony, especially against ants, whom they've been in war with for over 250 million years. The workers are the largest of the castes and the ones who do the damage, gather food, construct tunnels, and feed the other castes. They are found in every state in the United States, with the exception of Alaska. They are usually seen within the time frame of late winter and early spring. And they are social termites, which means they live in colonies, therefore sharing a lot of their tasks, which is pretty evident in the damage they've done since they do work together. So they will affect 1 in 5 homes in high activity areas such as Pennsylvania, will at some point be attacked by the termites, and they are responsible for the 80% of the 2.2 billion spent annually in the United States on termite control.
The Formosian subterranean termite is a subterranean termite species characterized by large populations that share interconnected foraging galleries in soil. The alites of the Formosian subterranean termite are yellowish-brown and 12 to 15 millimeters long. There are numerous small hairs on the wings of these comparatively large swarmers. Dispersal flights, or swarms, are massive and begin at dusk on calm and humid evenings from April to July. They are attracted to light, so they are found near windows, light fixtures, windowsills, and spiderwebs around well-lighted areas. Soldiers have a white gluey fluid when they are attacking. There are more soldiers in this species than that of the native species. A single colony of this species may produce over 70,000 alites. After a brief flight, alites shed their wings. Females immediately search for nesting sites with males following close behind. When the pair finds a moist crevice within wooden materials, they form the royal chamber and lay approximately 15 to 30 eggs. 1 or 2 months later, the queen lays a second batch of eggs, which would eventually be nursed by termites from the first egg batch. This termite does not consume more wood than a native subterranean termite. However, because of its large population size, a Formosian termite can cause more structural damage in a shorter time. Due to its size and aggressive foraging behavior, it does more damage than a single colony in other U.S. subterranean species and can cause significant structural damage within 6 months. Wood products that are infested by Formosian termites may be recognized by tapping the wood with a hard object. In several investigations, they cause hollows out with woods and a thin paper surface. A unique characteristic is that these termites form carton nest material that is made of termite excrement, chewed wood, and soil. Cartons are usually found in the structure of woods between walls and sinks. This affects human society by causing economic loss by these termite species and is more recently established areas.
Okay, that's perfect. Well, both of these termites cause great damage for the economy and to humans. The Formosian subterranean termite is only distributed in the southeast of the United States, meaning they don't affect as many states, and they have a large concentration in Florida and coastal areas within that state. And because they're not as widely spread out, such as the eastern subterranean termite, which affects pretty much every state with the exception of Alaska, they don't necessarily have as great of an effect on the economy and society, meaning that the humans are more affected by the eastern subterranean termite than the Formosan subterranean termite.
A single individual of the Formosan subterranean termite does not consume more wood than a single native subterranean termite. However, because of its large population size, a Formosan termite colony can cause more structural damage in a shorter time. So although that these termites are not as widely spread, they definitely contribute a stronger damage than the other termite would in a quicker time. So, my next argument is that although native subterranean termites generally feed on the softer wood produced during spring growth, Formosan termites eat both early and late season wood. Naturally, they can produce more damage in different times of the year than the eastern subterranean termite can.
Actually, the eastern subterranean termite has a variety of food sources. For instance, they feed upon old roots, tree stumps, fallen tree limbs, and branches on the ground and similar materials. As well as while they are most visible between late winter and early spring, they are visible as well as throughout the rest of the year. It's just that this time, that's when they really go out and do their damage. As for the other termite, the reproductive process for the subterranean termite takes a total of 4 weeks, and the termite reaches its mature stage within these 4 weeks. 2 of the weeks are spent in an incubation, and then after that, the egg hatches, and they're treated and raised for another 2 weeks before they go off into the cast. And most of them do develop into workers, but some will be soldiers or the kings and queens. So their reproductive process is a lot quicker than the other termite.
Although several years are required before the termite colony reaches the typical mature size, this mature size contains millions of termites foraging for timber food sources within a 400 feet radius. This proves that although it takes them a longer time to mature, this damage done by these aggressive termites is more than the other eastern subterranean termite. They are actively feeding on trees and freestanding poles, as well as buildings and other structures, which causes more damage as this huge mature colony goes and eats through things that we need and are going to have to repair.
So the eastern subterranean termite causes damage throughout the entire United States, just about every single state, of course, with the exception of Alaska, causing billions of dollars to be invested in pest control for this specific termite. And once the termites have been disturbed, which is also a huge problem, they do secretly move into another area of a building and continue to cause damage there. So that's why they say that whenever you find termites, don't mess with them, call the specialist in that. And as well as because they do move a lot and they do range in every single state, 80% of the termite control money goes towards the eastern subterranean termite. And research should be continued on how to prevent these termites from spreading and find a way to reduce their numbers.
In conclusion, these Formosan termites are so damaging and cause structural damage so quickly that they are important to identify and research in order to boost valid management of these pests. Because of its population size and foraging range, The presence of Formosean subterranean termite colonies poses serious threats to nearby structures. Once established, Formosean subterranean termites have never been eradicated from an area. That is why research must continue to be done on these pests, because there is no right way to exterminate them yet. We need to be able to completely get rid of these pests in order to save the economic and physical damages.